What's up, guys? This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. He is I, and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. Thank you for joining me once again, my friends. I hope all is well with you. And as always, I want to give a great big shout out to you, the viewer. I thank you for your likes, your shares, subscribing, for everybody who comments. I thank everybody, especially who has been giving to the channel through the Cash App link in the pinned comment below, and also the Super Thanks feature that you find on all of my videos. Thank you so much for that. Guys, I want to get into this story about the Black Panther here. You guys know periodically I have to talk about this because this is one of the things that drives me crazy the most. Ever since we tragically lost a talented, powerful actor like Chadwick Boseman, who worked very hard in his last years to bring this Black Panther icon to the masses, ever since we've lost him, and Kevin Feige and Ryan Coogler and Nate Moore decided they were going to actually kill the character, and somehow this was supposed to be honoring Chadwick Boseman. They killed the character and they made it imitate the actual death of the actor. And unfortunately, many of us in the Black community went along with that. I say the Black community because, you know, Black Panther is beloved by everybody. You know, not everybody, but, you know, all different types of people is what I mean throughout the world. But they marketed it as some amazing, huge moment in Black history, and we saw that it was very much appreciated by Black people everywhere. You had kids who found inspiration in this. They had a legacy Black superhero, not some black washed, like, you know, previously white, traditionally white character. Black Panther's been around since the 60s, and it was a very, very powerful image. But they decided they were going to kill the character, and they told us that this was a way of honoring that character. And so ever since then, 4 years ago, since Chadwick Boseman tragically passed away, we've been arguing about that decision ever since. And there's a lot of us out here who actually think that this was a way to honor the character. Well, I want to bring something to your attention, guys, and I want to put it in this context because I want you to think to yourself, is it truly honoring, or is it truly honorable to do what they did to that character? And thinking of it that way, that the character has to die along with the actor, is that truly honoring, or is it dishonoring? Is it disrespectful? Is it everything against what an honorable man would want? Okay, so I give you this story here concerning one Miss Zoe Saldaña. Now, you might know Zoe Saldaña. She played Gamora in the Guardians of the Galaxy films, also in the Avengers films. And listen to what she had to say about the possibility of maybe playing Gamora again versus Guardians of the Galaxy going on possibly without her. Listen to what she had to say. Now, she was on the Playlist Discourse podcast, and she was asked if she was done playing Gamora in the Marvel Cinematic Universe now that James Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy has ended. And Zoe Saldaña went on to say, listen closely, I mean, so far, I think she's gone for good for me, but I don't think Gamora has gone for good, Saldaña answered, suggesting she is not interested in playing Gamora again at this time, but certainly the character still exists within the Marvel Cinematic Universe and its sprawling multiverse. And she goes on to say, I would think it would be a huge loss for Marvel if they didn't find a way to bring back the Guardians of the Galaxy, Saldaña said. It's just such a fan favorite group of misfits, you know? And then at the helm, they had a voice like James Gunn's writing, which is just so marvelous for and very specific for this genre. It is so great for this genre as well. So I would be the first one in the first row to sort of celebrate when the Guardians of the Galaxy come back. Okay, guys. I don't have to draw you a big picture and explain to you how this relates to what they did with Black Panther T'Challa. Are you hearing what the actress said about the character? We went through this. I remember I did a video about this, maybe a couple of years ago, about Henry Cavill, or maybe this was last year, when Henry Cavill realized he wasn't going to be playing Superman anymore. He also took the high road, and he understood that the character of Superman is more than just the actor. The iconic character of Superman goes on without the actor. All right, so here you have Zoe Saldaña saying the same thing. I would think it would be a huge loss for Marvel if they didn't find a way to bring back the Guardians of the Galaxy. It's just such a fan favorite group of misfits, you know? And before that, she said, I mean, so far, I think she's gone for me, but I don't think Gamora's gone for good. All right. She would be the first person sitting in the first row to see somebody else playing Gamora. That is an honorable thing to say. Okay. So all of you people who don't understand what's behind hashtag recast T'Challa, are you beginning to maybe understand this is how you honor a person? This is how you honor a character. The actor is there to honor the character. Do you understand? It's not vice versa. The character is not supposed to be disposable to honor the actor. And I believe that Chadwick Boseman, may he rest in peace, was an honorable man. I believe that he would have understood this concept. He almost said as much. I know his brother did say that he believed that Chadwick Boseman would have wanted the character to go on. This is what I'm saying. Are we not men? I'm talking specifically to black men right now. Are we not men? How do you not realize what an honorable man is and how an honorable man would think and an honorable man's values? Here you have a woman, Zoe Saldaña, who is Dominican Puerto Rican, okay? A woman of color. And she understands the importance of having this character to go on. All right? So I don't understand where the connection is not being made, where like Kevin Feige and Ryan Coogler and Nate Moore, they gambled on the stupidity of the very audience that made the first Black Panther so popular in the first place. They gambled on your stupidity because they actually milked the death of that actor who went out of his way to keep his sickness a secret from everybody. It was private to him. I heard him say in an interview before, he keeps things close. It's private. Why would you broadcast this to everybody in that character that he spent the last few years of his life trying to bring to life, trying to gift to the people who appreciated it so much? You guys don't see a slap in the face. You don't understand a slap in the face when you see it. So I shared this story of Zoe Saldaña because I want you guys to understand how a true honorable person thinks. You know, how a responsible person thinks, how a professional thinks. They don't own the character. The character is not them. Wake the hell up and understand this, all right? Because our kids, they need positive images. Oh, well, they can have positive images at home. Fine, all right? But understand something. This is what show business is. This is what Hollywood is. It's programming. It's conditioning. Other people use these things to uplift themselves. Why can't we? Listen, man, I've said enough, all right? I've given you yet another example of why recast T'Challa is so important. You can do with it what you will. You can get in the comment section. It's your turn now to sound off how you feel about what Zoe Saldaña said. Do you disagree with her? Do you think that there is no Gamora without Zoe Saldaña? Do you think it would be disrespectful of Marvel to continue the characters of Guardians of the Galaxy with new actors? Do you just not want to see that ever? Only one person could ever do this? Or do you agree with what Zoe Saldaña said? That the characters are so important that by all means, Marvel would lose something if they didn't continue these characters in much the same way that Marvel lost something huge. They lost so much history. They lost so much potential when they let T'Challa go. You can get in the comment section and let me know how you feel about all this. As always, guys, thank you. You can like, you can share, you can subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one. This is The Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on.